Hey guys, I watched Tasha K and Latruth live today, and it's a lot of guys, married guys, are trying to be single guys now. She was trying to explain to him what could be the problem with his wife, or what could be the problem with the relationship. I'm listening to him refuse to take accountability of his own of what has happened in his marriage. He's more focused on, which a lot of men do this. He's more focused on what my wife did. My wife did this. My wife did this. My wife didn't do this. My wife. But what you're not processing, guys, is you are the leader of your household, and you also have a lot to say in what to do and what's going on with your marriage. You can't blame everything on the women, because first of all, we're not the leaders of the household. You are. So if you are out of order, guess who's gonna be out of order? The whole family. It goes from the man to the wife and then the kids. If the husband is out of order and the husband don't know what he needs to do in the household, that means the whole house is out of order. Regardless of what y'all try to think and say, we trying to control y'all or tell y'all what to do, at the end of the day, y'all are in control at the end of the day of what to do. Yes, we have things we say to y'all. Yes, we have concerns and this and that. But guess what? Things don't move without y'all moving first. Y'all move based on what y'all want to do. And we say our little thing, but y'all still have to be able to be moved. Y'all still do the moving. At the end of the day, y'all the providers. Yes, us women now take roles outside of the home now, because to me these days it's a lot of money has the I don't know, for some reason it seems like it's more the wives gotta now kick in the outside now. We gotta work now, so which is fine. A lot of women like, okay, whatever, we can do whatever we need to do. Most women, we're not talking about women that ain't shit. We talking about the women that's on this shit. We're not talking about the women that ain't shit. So let's stop generalizing all women and saying women when we have to be careful of the words we're using. I don't like to say all men. I like to say the men that it pertains to. Okay? It's not all men. So stop taking everything personal and try to listen to each other speak. We have to be very intentional in when we're listening to each other tell what the other person need or don't need. So a lot of women are now out in the workforce now. To be clear, we don't mind being in the workforce, because guess what? All of what we're doing, the men and the women, are helping our own household. So we're helping you helping us. We all help each other. We all provide for the household as a whole, right? So nobody cares about, no real woman don't care about working outside of the home to help the husband do whatever. So let's get that out the way. That's that. So next is men feeling like entitled to say stuff like, when I get home, I need to have my meal cooked. Okay, let's go. We can't just go. I've been hearing a lot of men cook now. What's wrong with y'all helping out too? It takes a whole family these days to be a successful family now. Again, like I go back to the wives having to get out and work. Now it can't just be the dad working now. The moms has to work. I've met a lot of moms that work, and now the dads are stay at home. Sometimes the mom got to kick in and do her part. Whatever way it can't, we have to help y'all. We help y'all, but y'all have to not get self-righteous inside and get into your own mind and say, why my food ain't cooked, when clearly the wives are working now. So you can't be on that I work, you put my food on the table, that old macho man stuff, when you're not the only one providing. If the woman is working, I don't give a damn if she worked from home. Because one man was like, I don't know if it was a skit or for real, but he was on some, why my food? See, she want me to get my own food. She want me to fit for myself. Guess what, men? When we're working too, guess who's fending for themselves? The women. Let's get that straight. When we out here working to help y'all, guess what? We're technically fending for ourselves too. So I be like, oh yeah, right. Who's fending for the women if all women doing is working too to help him and the family and doing the food and doing the clothes and taking care of the kids and this and this and that, who's actually fending for her? No one, because she's doing everything for everyone. So y'all sitting there talking about we gotta fend for ourselves. Our wives don't cook for us. Our wives this, our wives that. Bro, like, think about this for a second. Stop, pause, think. Who's taking care of your wife while she's doing all of this extra, going outside the house to work, taking care of the kids, focus on everybody's schedule, making sure you eat, making sure you get whatever you need out of the relationship, making sure this, making sure that, and she's at work. What if she's a boss? That means she's at work being a manager of a whole building, a company, or whatever she's doing. So it's like, y'all don't understand all that it takes to be a full-blown woman either. Y'all got to start processing that way also. Just like we process, like, okay, my man work, my man need me, I got him. Y'all needs to start processing it the same way. She out here working too, just like me, and she hold the kids down. And by the way, she have all the kids in her body, which means her body is all dysfunctional for 9 straight months each time she have a child for you, okay? So that means y'all don't take all that in consideration and understand that women body change so much is y'all don't even understand. So when y'all talk about the lady is all unstable, she's upset, she's crying, blah, 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 that's her body going through normal woman body changes. Because first of all, her body changed every time she have a child. Her body changed as she get older. And especially if you've been with your wife over 10 years, you got to understand she ain't the same chick she was 10 years ago. Every 5 years or every year, our body change, everything we do changes. So y'all can't be with that me stuff. You got to look within. She was trying to explain to him. She said, I have to step back, look at the video myself, and process the video a little better, because she had to see, like, okay, I didn't pay attention like I should have with this situation, and hold him accountable also on his parts, because he wasn't processing that he was supposed to hold himself accountable for certain things, but he did not, because he wasn't processing like he should have as a husband. A husband still has to do his job as the woman's husband too. The woman can't just be doing all the work and the husband get to only go to work and be home to get everything else at the house after the fact, but just go to work and come on, go to work and come on. Y'all are tending to forget that technically that's all y'all doing. Going to work, coming home. Don't give me that shit about work is stress. Guess what? Life itself is stressful. So y'all like to minimize women and say, like, because some of us don't work, some of us work, some of this and that. Y'all like to try to split hairs and say, oh, your job ain't as stressful as mine. Yes, it is. Because we at work trying to figure out how we gonna come to hell home and do all the home shit too. So we at work thinking about home, trying to figure out, okay, how we're gonna process finishing up work at work, processing dealing with different personalities at work. Then we gotta go home and deal with your personality and all the kids' personalities and our own personal issues also. We need to not forget all of that. We have to process it all as a whole and sit back and say, okay, let me process. She asked him, have you ever stopped and said, babe, you go take a vacation, I'll stay home. You process her as she might need a time out away from all of it. And I was like, oh my God, that makes a lot of sense, because women never go away from it all. We always around no matter what. We're always attached to the home, the husband, the kids, because we're natural nurturers. That's our job. That's our place in this all. So we never really detach ourselves from it. So for her to say that, because she said, I had to talk with my husband, I had to talk with some people that's close, and it was like, advising her on stuff about it, like, okay, process it this way. So she asked him, have you ever told your wife you go out the house and go take a break from everything? He couldn't say that because he kept being the one leaving out. He the one kept trying to leave her. And he's not understanding, if you get a woman upset, men like to think being being like, I was quiet when I said, girl, you need to get a job. But I said it nicely. That don't make no sense. You have to process it like it's how I say it, what I say, it's a lot of things. Sometimes it might be your time to just don't say nothing and say, look, babe, I'm going to take the kids. You go take a break and you relax. See if that works first before you go yapping off at the mouth talking about the lady crazy. She going Lulu. She don't want me to leave. She this, she that. Because a lot of men do that. They like to blame the women for it, but they don't account all the trauma they put in our lives at the same time. Women are traumatized pretty much at birth. A lot of our dads are not there. So that's automatically a trauma right there. Then you get with a man. You love the man. You have children for the man. The man who you had kids for don't even care for you the way you need to be cared for properly. So you just all around fending for yourself. Men don't process that like that because all they think about is like, okay, she didn't take care of me. I needed this. I need to come home from work. I need to come get this. I need this when I come. Y'all have to also process she needs that too. She needs to also be taken care of by someone. And the crazy thing is, if you're not doing it, you don't want nobody else to do it either. So why put her in a position where she have to be running to comfort from other places? She needs to be comforted by her husband, which is you. We never should be looking out nowhere for nothing but going to work, talking to the people at the school for basic school stuff for children, basic stuff. We shouldn't be looking for nobody to comfort us except our man. Your man's supposed to automatically be there to do the job that they want you to do for them. We need y'all to stabilize us just like y'all need us to calm y'all down when y'all come home from a stressful day from work. Guess what? Women need that too. Women need downtime too. You need to be the main one offering the downtime to her. You say, I'll take the kids. I'll take on what you have to take on every single day so you can relax, babe, or whatever you call your wife. So she can understand he cares for me. That way she's not looking at it like, damn, who's taking care of me? Who's doing anything for me? All I hear is me from him, but he's not even processing what I need also. So a lot of women start acting out on that because they're like, damn, who there for us? So that's a legitimate issue we're all having, women in general. Nobody process that. The guys always go to the throwback, oh, woman's supposed to be at home and cook and clean, blah, 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 blah. But you're not processing that you have to add us in working somewhere now. Now we got a job. So now you have to add in the job with all this other stuff you're talking about we should be doing. How about, since y'all added the job in, y'all add in, oh, let me cook for her sometime. Let me give her a break sometime. Add in some of the things. But the thing is, you have to do it that match your marriage. Each of us have different marriages. All of us don't like the same things. All of us don't need the same things. So each marriage has to say, hey, what do I need? What do I don't need? And then use what we need, and that's how we put input and take and take out of what we need and don't need in our marriage. It's simple to me. So if I might need this, but that woman might not need that. So you put that in for me, but then that dude over there with his wife, take that out for her because she might don't need that. A lot of people I know, they're like, dang, you do all that. And I'll be like, yeah, I like doing that. But they're like, I ain't doing that. But that's them. And I'm like, that's you. That's how you are. That's your nature. My nature is this. This is her nature. So the husband has to go off of that nature. My husband is a whole different breed. My husband can't talk to her husband and think it's the same. We both need the same thing. I'm okay with the way I do things around here, and she may be okay with the way she do things at her house or the way she operate. Some women like to work more. I like to do half and half. I like to work, and then I like to take a breather off to take care of my kids because I want to be more into my kids and take care and be more of the person as the person, because I believe in things start at home. So I want to be the person that mainly structures the my kids' upbringing and all that. So I took my kids out of school for a year or two and I homeschooled them. through their last elementary days, and then I sent them back for junior high. My youngest child and my middle child is a year ahead because they homeschool for 2 years or so. So those two are up and they're good to go. Everybody out of the house now, finally. So everybody out the house now. So, but I like that way. So now it's like, okay, now babe, I'm gonna go back to work. He was like, okay, you can go back to work if you want to. I don't care. So I'm like, okay, I'll go back to work. So it's one of them things like everybody have to go off their relationship. Some women just always work. I like to go back and forth. So, but that also has to connect with what my husband is saying, or what that person's husband is saying, or what their husband is doing. So everything has to counteract to make sense in your marriage. Everybody's marriage don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I have to say for the day. I just feel like at the end of the day, Latruth and Mrs. Truth, both of them before they dissolve their full-blown marriage, they need to have a sit down, need to talk, need to understand each other, process each other. 6 years ain't that long. You ain't even got through the 7-year itch. You ain't even got there. I'm at year 14 going into 15. So it's hard. Yes, we know that because it's you one person, he one person, and y'all putting both of y'all emotions, your traumas together. You have to learn how to work around all the trauma. To if y'all really want to be with each other, you be with each other based on what you want to be with that person. We can't go off the world. We can't go off nothing that's happening in the world. We have to go off what we want for each other and for that person. So they should fully make sure everything is dotted before they, like she was trying to say, did y'all try everything? Before you try everything, you can't get, that don't mean nothing for you just go jump in no divorce because you mad about some social media shit. She said, did you take a break from social media? He didn't want to answer that, or he didn't answer that because his ass never took a break from social media. So how you gonna sit there and say you full-blown know what you need or want or anything when you ain't take no break from social media? Y'all letting social media run y'all marriage. That don't make no sense because y'all marriage, at the end of the day, when everything go away, you and your man is, at the end of the day, is what's gonna last. Like I tell my husband all the time, we need to be making sure we focus on the me and you, because when the kids get out the house, it's gonna be me and you. Can we live with each other when the kids get out is the point. So right now, while they still young, let's make sure we building us so that when they out, we good too. We about to go on the trips because we still built something that's strong enough to last through kids, after kids, and forevermore because we built that. We individually have to build those things in order to last longer than our grandparents or whoever else before us lasted. So you have to try to be on some other shit. You can't just marry anybody just because if you want to be married. You got to marry somebody you really want to be with, you really care about, you really see yourself with. You can't just marry somebody because they say, do you want to marry me? You feel me? This wasn't my first, do you want to marry me? I had to go through like, I don't want to marry that person. No, that ain't make no sense. So I married the one person that I was like, damn, okay, I see myself with this person forever. Period. So now I'm married 14 years. I never was like, oh, I want this one now because I never thought of it. Once I've been married, got married 14 years ago, I'm like, that's it for all this other mess. You have to be able to, once you get married, that's everything else is sealed off in your brain cell. You have to shut it on off. Because that's what that's about. People don't get that. People still looking outside. Nope. Been there, done that. Ain't got time for that. Okay? So I think with them, they still like, ooh, what's out there? Ooh, people like me now. Hit the guy. True, Latruth. Ooh, women all over me. Okay, bro. Okay. That's all I'm going to say. Okay. Go try that divorce mess and okay. I'm gonna just say okay. I'll do another video on this, but okay, Latruth. That's all I want to say. Okay. See you guys next time.